Here I welcome you to Narnie driving school in the Narnie city in the Bibi Mandal of Telangana state of India, dear friends. The chief trainer is here, adventure rider, Pandit Fakir Yogi Vrindra Yogi. This area is spread over some much more acres, unlimited acres, and this has been created and devoted for learning the skills of adventures. It is a beautiful area surrounded by all the shrubs, trees, beautiful nature. It is a part of 30 square kilometers track. People sometimes play cricket here also, and sometimes people come for fitness also. But this adventure rider uses this area as driving training center for becoming the most skilled, the most efficient and proficient driver in two-wheelers. It is only for two-wheelers, not for four-wheelers, friends. Because two-wheeler is a very demanding and very challenging. Here, the speed determines the stability of your bike. At a slow speed, you are in big trouble. The bike can fall anytime. So here you have to master the powering the bike, that is called loading the throttle valve. When you pass gas to the engine, it generates power, bhp and torque, and that has to be transmitted to the rear wheel if you really know exactly how to use the clutch in the friction zone. Most of the time people become very much scared when they are making U-turns. They reduce the power to the bike and the load is very high there because they are sometimes climbing up, and then the bike dip down, drop down, fall down. Even stalling stops the machine. To overcome all these, they are trained here just how to give lot of power to your bike. Never be afraid. Fear itself is a great fear. Keep the bike loaded. If there is no power of the engine controlled by your throttle and not transmitted to your rear wheel by clutch, this is a dead machine. It has no power of itself. The driver has to be knowing how much power to apply by using the technique of friction zone. Clutch and throttle, they are the real controlling equipments. Of course, braking, rear brake is also important when you are driving slow, but I advise you not to use your rear brake too much. If you are master, you can control the throttle and friction zone. And never be timid. If you are not knowing the optimum power supply by throttle, give more power, no worry. If it become beyond control, just declutch it. The all power will be wasted. Nothing will go to the rear wheel and you will not fall or make any accidents. I know one of my students, she was a beginner and she gives so much of throttle power in the first gear that the bike fell down and start rolling and the sliding on the ground, and the student broke her teeth and everything. Don't do that. Learn how to optimize the throttle. RPM is very important. You cannot go to 900 or 9000 RPM. Slowly and slowly, steadily learn how to know the RPM, how much power it is generated at that point, because the maximum power is at maximum RPM. In this Suzuki VS-Strom 250 SX, the maximum power comes, it is only 26.5 bhp at 9300 RPM. That is the highest RPM. Nobody will go there. And even the torque is coming at only 2.2 at something like 7300 RPM. We are operating at much lower level. So dear friends, if you want to be master of riding two-wheeler, learn the skill of friction zone. It involves three things: throttling, giving power to the machine, and that is controlled by friction zone, that is the clutch. Slowly and slowly give power. Never allow the bike to be underpowered, that is called loaded. Keep the bike loaded. When there is power, it will go like an arrow. It will not bother where you are hitting. You can hit to the stone. You can climb to the trees. It will never fall. It will never drop. But timidity comes once you fear and doubt come to your mind, and then you reduce the power, and then the dead machine drops. You can break your legs and hands. Very dangerous to be, driving two-wheelers. Thank you, viewers. Next I will show you some experiment and some practice session. Thank you.